Jesus told us the story of the traveler through a single verse. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field. When a man found it, he hid it again, and then in his joy went and sold all he had and bought that field. The parable of the hidden treasure is one of many references Jesus made to money and possessions. In fact, 15% of everything Christ said relates to this topic, more than his teachings of heaven and hell combined.
The world has a lifestyle that it tells us what we should wear, what we should drive, how we should live, how we should spend our money, and sometimes we as Christians get caught up in that.
Jesus functions here as the foremost market timer. He tells us to once and for all switch investment vehicles. He instructs us to transfer our funds from the earth, which is volatile and ready to take a permanent dive, to heaven, which is totally dependable, insured by God Himself, and is coming soon to forever replace Earth's economy.
I can give to the church. I can give to other ministries, organization, people. I count it a privilege. I think there's a scripture in the Bible that says that he who loans to the poor loans to God. And being in debt to God's not a bad deal.
Randy is convinced that the greatest deterrent to giving is this: the illusion that earth is our home. This leads us to the next key to the treasure principle. Principle number 3, heaven, not earth, is my home. Jim Elliot, a missionary who was killed by the very people he was ministering to, said, "He is no fool who gives what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose." But you might be wondering, where do I start? The logical place is where God started His old covenant children. A tithe of everything from the land, whether grain from the soil or fruit from the trees, belongs to the Lord. It is holy to the Lord. The meaning of the word tithe is a 10th part. 10% was to be given back to God. There were free will offerings too, but the 10% was mandatory.
Now, the reason I'm so excited about your participating in the treasure principle is, frankly, it changed my life. So I pray that the treasure principle will be as challenging and helpful to you as it was to me.
A 1st century Hebrew walks alone on a hot afternoon. He veers off the road into a field, seeking a shortcut. Travelers are permitted this courtesy. The field is uneven. To keep his balance, he thrusts his staff into the dirt. The staff strikes something hard. He drops to his knees and starts digging. 5 minutes later, he's uncovered it. It's a case. By the looks of it, it's been there for decades. Heart racing, he opens the lid. Gold coins, jewelry, a treasure more valuable than anything he's ever imagined.